All right, welcome to the first episode of Dance Music Everything. As always, it's your girl Alexandria. I'm so excited for this episode. I got my good friend Heather, aka Heat. Oh man, she's going to be talking to me about her own personal dance journey, but inserting a lot of inspiring things and great things that you can take with you for your own dance journey. Of course, this is a video podcast, so whether you're listening or watching, I just hope that you thoroughly enjoy this video. All right, make sure to like, leave a comment, share with someone that you love, and yeah, thank you guys so much, and hope you enjoy Miss Heat.
Okay. Yeah. We're here. I'm so excited.
Yeah,
this is the first one. This is the first interview. I'm so excited.
Oh, really?
So, yes. You are the first. Yes. I think it's only right. Yes. So here with me, I have Miss Heat on the first episode of Dance Music Everything on my lovely YouTube channel. I'm super excited. So we already know each other.
Right.
So, but I feel like there's some like deep stuff, maybe that we just haven't talked about, either stuff like outside of dance or just anything really like about your dance journey. So first, just like introduce yourself. Tell me like your artistic title, what you call yourself or what you're aspiring to be. Just let me know.
Okay, well, hey y'all. So as y'all know, my first name is Heather, last name Jordan, but of course, a lot of people call me Heat or go by Heat. And pretty much just to kind of get straight to it, born and raised in Palm Beach, Florida. That's kind of where I got my start. I started out on a dance team, a hip hop dance team. So, and from there, like on the dance team, like we did like a whole shout out to XCM. We did. So we did like a whole bunch of like different, what I'm talking about, like festivals and concerts, competitions. We did a lot of stuff with BET. So I'm really like excited, I'm still excited for doing the opportunity, but to have been able to be on 106 & Park, I know that's kind of like a back in the day.
Well, I remember, girl.
You know?
Yes.
Okay, good. So yeah, we were able to do that and we won that competition. But they had, different segments where on different dance teams, they went on and they competed and it was like in the middle of the show. And so it was like, that was a really good experience. And they also had other like competitions and different things up under the BET, wing. So we did a lot of that. We did Spring Bling. That was another like hopping type of, event or show on TV. So, yeah, so after that, I kind of, once everybody kind of, went their, own ways and did different things and moved, like I stayed back and I was doing backup for like some local artists.
Wow.
So yeah, so some local artists in the area. I was able to do a couple of, the big festivals here. Sunfest is one of them. So that's pretty much like my scope here, because after that, I was like, okay, it's time to go.
Right, yeah. So it almost seems like your dance journey kind of started like that. Like stuff was just like picking up like that.
Let me actually tell you this. So I actually started late in the game, as you said, compared to like the industry standards. Because I didn't join the dance team until I was about 19-ish, 18, 19.
Mm-hmm.
And I haven't had any like technical training, like none of that. I've always wanted to go to studios, but it's just, some get to, some can't,
Right, exactly. Definitely privileges. Yeah. But you know what? Exactly. I was talking to somebody, they don't dance, but they're a little bit older than me. And we were just talking about like their journey into what they're aspiring to do and stuff like that. And it's just so funny how when you are purpose for something, and when you are destined for something, God has his own timing. And, we have our own timing with things. And so it's just like when you are purpose for something, you will almost be placed into it as if you started like way back when like everybody else was doing something. Because you know what I mean? Because like, of course, we're gonna put some videos in there of you, but when you watch yourself dance, like when I watch you dance, you don't appear as somebody who maybe started late, whatever that means. Started late.
Well, that's a good thing.
Exactly. You know what I mean? It's like you don't appear that way. And so you meet people sometimes who are up there and you think, oh, they must have started when it was like 3 and 4. They must have had all this money in the back, like they must have had all this chance. But you really don't know. And but when you're really purpose for something, you'll be placed into it like you've been doing it. Like
you better talk.
Yeah, that's the truth. When you describe it, and you work with this and you did this show, and it's like, you know, like some dancers are still been working since they were 3 and are still working, trying to fulfill those types of things. I mean, so
I feel like it's an ongoing journey too. Now that you put it like that, just to add on, it's gonna always be an ongoing learning, journey. So
right. And is there anything right now that you are really aspiring to do more when it comes to dance? Like if you could really sit right now and be like, and wave a magic wand and be like, I want this, what would it be?
Honestly, I really I'm still working. I want to do like a huge tour. Like that's one of if I can go on tour, like a big tour at least once, I'm good. Like I've been on TV, so it's just like a tour. I really want to experience like a really, really like major tour. Like
for sure. Me too.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. So all right, just putting it out there. Dancing in itself, being an entertainer, being a performer, loving art and wanting to pursue a career in it is crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Like I sit with myself sometimes and I'm just like, yo, you're wild. You're like, you know what I mean? And so, and I meet other performers, whether they rap or sing or do poetry or they make art. I'm just like, yo, we are so wild. Like to sit with ourselves and be like, I want to pursue a career in this. And it comes with its own challenges. It comes with its own separate challenges versus having a career where the path is really set for you, right? So if you want to become a doctor, okay, I got to go to undergrad. I got to major in XYZ.
Exactly.
I got to go to grad school. I need to.
It's like laid out.
Laid out. It's a long journey. It's a tough journey. It's tough work. Don't get me wrong, but it's laid out for you. But there's no way to Google how to become a professional dancer, how to become a choreographer. There's nothing out there like that. And so it comes with its own challenges. And so tell me about something maybe in your life or maybe in your journey or whatever that made you sit back and think like, should I be doing this? Like, or maybe something that made you like, maybe I should take a break for a while. Maybe I should stop. Can you think of a time where like that happened for you?
Honestly, I won't say like a pinpointed time, but just throughout my journey, I found like in my earlier stages, I found myself like comparing, looking at what this person is doing or how she looks doing or what she's getting. And I was just like, because of the fact that I was still in that mental, mindset of like, well, I haven't, had this much training. So am I good enough, for this, or this seems intimidating, or, you know what I'm saying? So that was like a big part of my earlier journey coming up. So as far as like the main like challenges I feel like it was a lot like mental.
Yeah, we get in our heads a lot as performers. And they always say comparison is the thief of joy, but we can't help it. We can't help it, especially when you're in a field that is competitive, right? Because we go to auditions. You know what I mean? Right. And so you're trying to figure out what's in you that sets you apart. And that's probably been my biggest thing with me. And so whoever's watching this, kind of just like take this. It's just, how am I setting myself apart? She may can lift her leg all the way up to the ceiling and flip it over and do all stuff like that. But what do you have that makes you different? Because guess what? She's not the only one who can do that. You know what I'm saying? It's like she can do it, but she's not the only one who can do it. So it's just like, what is it about you that sets you apart? Yeah. What would you say is like your greatest strength as a dancer that's really like made you different?
For me, my cleanliness has always been like, okay, once because I can pick up choreography fairly well.
Yes, for
compared
sure.
to, you know, so I take pride in that, and then my cleanliness. So those are, and honestly, that has been told to me since I started. So it's just like things like that. You know, it's like, okay, give yourself some credit.
Right. Yes.
You
Give
know,
yourself some
so
credit. For sure.
yeah.
And I know that because we've danced together so many times. We have videos together. I love our videos. Which one is your favorite? I'm trying to think of like some of them we have now. We have like, we did like 2 challenges.
We did, and then we did the music video. Honestly, but I'm waiting for it to come out.
Yeah, shout out to Nori. Shout out to Nori.
Right.
I did speak with her. She's booking and busy and stuff like that. So she's had a lot of stuff going on. So the video is coming out. I don't know if you've seen it. She sent me like a Drive link. I don't know. Did you see it?
I've seen parts of it. Yeah.
You've seen parts of it? Okay, yeah. So it looks really, really good.
It does.
Yeah.
I would say that was like one of my favorites to do with you.
Really?
Yeah.
It was a good day. It was a fun day. It was fun vibes. It was fun vibes.
And then of course the challenge when we were done. So like that day was like,
that was a good day. That was a good day. Working with artists who are just genuine people, you know what I mean? And really appreciate what you do as a dancer, because they know that they need you for whatever part of whatever this is. Like they need you, you know what I mean? And yeah, working with somebody who just appreciates you as a dancer is just so rewarding. It's always something.
Gets it.
Yeah, it gets it. It's always something that I look for now whenever I work with artists, whether they're like 10,000 followers or whether they're just starting out. We want people who appreciate what we do, because you're hiring for this position. You're bringing me in because you know what I can do. You trust my ability, which is a compliment in itself. You trust my ability, right? To know that whatever I add to this video, to this project that's clearly important to you, you know what I'm saying? Me enough that I think I'm great enough for that, and that's so awesome. Yeah, one of my favorite videos that we did was Call Me Every Day, but not the pool one was fun, but the class was good.
Yeah, that was. I was just listening to that. Like, I was doing that.
It's still a vibe.
Do I remember?
Right, that pool, and I watch that video sometimes as at the pool. And I'm gonna put it in so they're gonna know what I'm talking about. And I was just like, I was so lit.
You was.
I was looking, I was like, oh my God.
You lit that day.
Yeah, because we've had conversations about like dancing in public. I feel like I'm not a person who likes to do that really. Like dancing outside. In class is different, public, but like outside. And that day at the pool was a full day. There was a lot of people at that pool that day. And we were like right in the center, like right there. And we were just dancing so carefree. And I don't want to blame it on the alcohol. I just want to say that I had liquid courage, but I just feel like also being surrounded by y'all.
Yeah.
Whether you guys want to pursue a full career, whether it's whatever, being surrounded by y'all gives me confidence. And so that's something that I want to mention, because people watching this know that, yes, me and Heather do know each other. I want to encourage people, watch your crew. Who you surround yourself with is so major. You know what I mean? You need to surround yourself, not only just people who are doing what, but understand. Right? Because all 4 of us in that video all have different journeys and all have different things regarding dance or fitness or whatever it is, but we understand each other. And that is so crystals and healing. Talk to me. Like, tell me, like, what does healing mean to you? What's the birthing crystals, like all of that? Just talk to me. Tell me about it.
Well, healing, first off, that means what it means to me. If I can sum it up in like one word, I would honestly say like growth, because it's just like it's gonna always be like an infinite journey of evolving and growing from things. So I feel like healing is an ongoing process, first of all. So as you see, yourself continue, like I would just say just to be very, purposeful, in your journey, and then really, really, really like start to tune into you, because healing yourself heals the masses. So I feel like that's where it should start, and it's just like that's what healing looks like. It's ongoing.
Yeah.
An ongoing process of growth. So crystals. I love crystals. As you can see, I have one on now, and I did make this one.
Ooh.
It's chrysocolla. Yes,
Gorgeous.
it's a good grounding stone. So I like to wear this. So I pretty much, just long story short, I fell into crystals and then started to wrap them when I was pretty much like, in my own space, like finally, in Atlanta. Like I had my own place, I was working on my dreams, et cetera, et cetera. And it's just like, as women, we are emotional. We go through different emotions. So it's just, while I'm out there, I'm like on this hunt and journey to really, really, really learn myself and really pour back into myself to, try to understand and heal things. And you know what I'm saying? That whole scope. So I was just chilling one day and I just started messing with it as a form of meditation, because I do meditate, which can be a form of healing as well. So I was just kind of relaxing, meditating, listening to my music, and something just kind of pulled me and gravitated me towards, just picking it up, trying it. Because I have seen different, businesses and people with crystals that are wrapped, and it was just like, I like crystals, so let me go ahead and give it a shot. And honestly, a lot of my friends and, people that have seen them, they purchased from me, they really like them. So it's just like, okay, this might be a good little start to something.
Yeah.
So, so that's what I'm working on. Like in my, when I do have my downtime, when I get into that, my zone, my meditative zone, like that's what I like to create the most when it comes to, these pieces. That way it's like, shut out the world, shut out everything, and just kind of focus in. So yeah, that's my little crystal journey.
That's awesome. I love that.
Yeah.
I always felt like having more than one creative outlet is just awesome. It's like people ask me like, what is it like besides dance? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. But when doing this channel and doing this segment for the channel, dance, music, everything, I also realized even though I don't make music, I love music to its core. Like I love and all kinds of music. Like I got playlists with Afrobeats and hip hop and Broadway, like all these different, because I love music to its core. And going into like my next question, as someone who does dance, what do you see or what do you feel, hear, or whatever? What other senses arise when you hear a song? Right. So like Chris Brown just dropped a new, I'm making a scenario. Let's say Chris Brown just dropped an album, whatever, and there's a song on it and it's catching you. What are you feeling? What senses are arising?
Honestly, I'll get chills. I get chills, and then like it's like my body or in that, that little I'll say your solar plexus in that area. You'll start to feel some action. It'll start to heat up. It's just like it's something in you moves you. Yeah. Like it's hard to explain. Like I'll just start moving out of like nowhere. Like, like I'll put a song on and just kind of, if I'm cleaning up or whatever. And it's just like, it's one of those things where you'll know. And that's kind of hard to explain. So you know as a dancer, when you get that feeling, you just want to get up, like it's something that just catapults you up, and you just start. It just flows. It's a flow, honestly.
For sure. Yeah. I feel like for me as a choreographer, I see shapes oftentimes.
Yes.
I hear not even the beat, but the way that an artist may be singing, like the way they may have sang a word, makes me see things in like certain shapes. Yeah. And I'm like, I could picture myself doing this move or doing this. Just I see other senses arise.
You're more visual when you get yours.
Yes, for sure. I can always, anytime I listen to a song, especially if I love the song, I always try to see myself dancing to the song.
Yeah.
Same. Yeah. And in my head, I would kill it.
You had this whole little performance in your head, like
yes. Yes, like I be killing it. And it's like, yeah, I don't know. I always feel like that. I always feel like we as dancers, people love music. Some people who love music, but I feel like we as dancers take it a little bit differently. We really like involve ourselves in a song, right? Because we're doing something that is extremely, extremely personal, extremely, extremely vulnerable. To be on a stage or be in front of a camera, moving your body in this certain way. Oftentimes you can't see yourself, how you're looking, your body in this certain way to express what the artist has given you. It's super vulnerable, and it's super, I don't know, it's super brave also. And I really do get why everybody doesn't dance. Like I fully get that. I remember being a kid, I'm like, why doesn't everybody want to be a famous dancer, singer, something like, why doesn't, but I get it now as a grown up.
I was just thinking, like, when you said the whole part of like famous thing, like, I think it should, well, for me, it's not about the whole fame thing. Like, I don't care to be like, oh, this famous, oh, look at me. It's just, for me, it's just like, okay, tending to that inner child that, you know, that this is her passion. Like, it's no doubt about it. You know what I'm saying? It's just like being an example to other people that might not have, you know, as much confidence, or, you know, that might doubt a little bit more, or, you know, and not have made the first step. They can look at somebody out there who's just, you know, doing their thing, like, and be like, okay, well, that can motivate them. So that's just more so why I do it. Yes, the other things, the tours, this, you know, that's like extra. I feel like that's gonna come with it once you kind of stay in your lane of doing, you know, what you want to do in your why.
Your why is so important. It's so funny you mentioned like the inner child thing, because I'm always trying to tap into the inner child, because I look at myself as a grown up and I look at myself as a little girl, and that we like, I didn't grow up in an age where like social media was like there from the beginning. Like there was Instagram and TikTok and stuff like that as a kid, but dancing and music and everything was still in me, even though nobody could see it. And so sometimes it's so important. I want this for everybody to do check in with that girl, because she was so bold, like she was so brave. And it's just like, I want always carry that piece with me. You know, life is in the way you grow up, you get more self-conscious, you meet things come at you to tear at your confidence and stuff like that. But there was no shaking her when it came to like in the dreams. And so that's something that I feel like now I've been working to like tap back into, the unshakable confidence, the unshakable goals and stuff like that. Other people's opinions on what I'm doing doesn't matter, you know?
Exactly. Yeah.
Not to lose sight of that. Chris Grant, Dondria, Tiffany Evans, and Radical Phoenix. So tell me just about opportunities. What was been the most rewarding for you? Tell me about what booking has been like, because a lot of people watching maybe are interested and ready to book things and ready to get a job and really don't know where to start with that, or don't know what avenues they should be taking to get noticed. So tell me about some things that have gone for you.
Well, as you mentioned, you know, the different artists. I did a video with Dondria and Tiffany, a music video. And that was, you know, all of this is while I'm, you know, in Atlanta, in Georgia. So I did those, and I also did like some, well, when you want to go on the acting side, but I had like, you know, some little parts, and then I did backgrounds and like, what's the name? The Greenleaf and American Soul. So I was able to do that, and the most recent, I would say, would be the FCF, which is Fan Control Football, or now Fan Control Sports, because they are incorporating basketball. So that honestly has been like one of the biggest highlights for me. And it is a sports dance team, you know, professional players come out, the fans control, you know, the plays, et cetera, et cetera. It's in an indoor arena. The atmosphere is so like explosive, and it, you know, it streams live, like with millions of views on Twitch. NBC LX. So it's a lot of different, funnels that and different opportunities that can come from that. And it's just like a lot. I know you asked earlier as well about ways for, newer people to kind of get out there. And honestly, Instagram has grown to be, a big area for castings and, just networking and getting to know different people that can, kind of put you in that space for opportunities.
For sure, guys. Get yourselves out there, post yourselves, market yourselves.
Oh, and go and make sure you go out and take classes too. I know that was a big one for me. So that's how I know. I'm like, okay, you got to get out there and take classes. A lot of times, people are just looking, or they can, book you just from you being in class and you being, like that dope, or you're going constantly and they're watching you.
Yeah.
So that's a good way to get it. Mm-hmm.
For sure. Our last little bit, it's a little short game, little short thing. We all know FMK, right? Stands for Marry Kill, but we got a little different one today.
What is it? I don't know what that is. Look, you might have to score me.
It's a little different. We're doing CMT. So we're doing choreograph, music video, tour. So I'm gonna give you 3 artists and you gotta pick which one you would choreograph for, which one you would do a music video for, and which one you would tour for. All right.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's hard. There.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard. All right. So we got Janet Jackson.
Oh my gosh.
Lady Gaga. Chris Brown. CMT.
So it's choreograph,
music video, performance, and tour.
Oh my gosh, you're making it so hard. Okay, I would tour with Janet.
Okay.
I would choreograph for. I could do Lady Gaga.
Really?
Yeah. And then I would push myself.
Yeah.
Put myself in. Mm-hmm. And I would that's the last one, performance.
It's like yes, music video performance.
Music video, with Chris Brown.
Chris Brown. Okay, I had them switch actually. I had Lady Gaga and Chris Brown switch. Yes. I would definitely tour with Janet for sure.
Yeah, and I was thinking that too, the switch with Lady Gaga, and it was just what I was kind of leaning more towards in that moment.
Yeah. But I think it's got tour Janet.
I was just thinking about her. I'm like, if she bring up anything, Janet is like,
it's done. Right. Yes.
Yeah, I'm she's so like sexy and crisp with it, like at the same time.
Definitely.
Yeah.
For me, it was like Chris Brown. I would do the choreograph because he is so like his choreography is just amazing. And I would love to be a piece of some of that. And then like Lady Gaga, her creativity and everything like that, I would just love to be like shocked with her. Yeah. You know what I mean? In the music
those are a little.
I want to pick artists that definitely had different ideas to be like, ooh, like which one would I?
Right. Yeah.
Awesome. All right. So dance, music, everything. We've got a few minutes left. Just leave us with a little bit of inspiration. If you could give like a little inspirational 2-3 sentences.
So what I can leave for the people is first and foremost, to never forget your why, to make that be the driving force, on your journey, especially in this arena. And lastly, to always make sure that you're strengthening your mind over your emotions. So make sure your mind is always, like on point, make sure those emotions are under control, but make sure that mind is stronger than your emotions. Don't let your emotions drive you. That's a big one that I had, to learn. So, yes, ma'am.
Okay. Woo! That was awesome, y'all.
I know, that was fun.
Thank y'all.
Thank you guys so much for watching this episode of Dance Music Everything. Be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to check out Miss Heat on Instagram at Heat Jordan. Period.